We think of Easter as a time for new beginnings, right? But what if it's haunted by a past that just refuses to stay buried? Today, we're diving into a story where family secrets don't just whisper, they scream. This is Easter's lingering shadow.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? What happens when a day that's supposed to be all about new life becomes this chilling anniversary for something that just won't stay dead? For one family, the answer to that question unlocks a ghost story that is just absolutely terrifying. So, our story kicks off with this deep, unsettling feeling that's hiding just beneath the surface of a beautiful day. Let's get into it. A sunlit dread. Okay, so picture this. It's Easter Sunday in a little town called Millfield. And I mean, it is the definition of perfect. You've got that golden morning light, birds are singing, kids are laughing, just a totally peaceful, happy morning. But for our main character, Amelia, all of that, it's just a facade. For her, the day is, well, it's tinged with a sense of dread she could never shake. You know that feeling, that gut punch feeling that something is just wrong. Something is lurking, just out of sight, watching and waiting.
And yeah, that feeling, it doesn't stay a feeling for long. It's just past 7 a.m. when a soft knock echoes through the house. Amelia goes to the door, opens it, and there's no one there. The porch is completely empty. And just like that, you have the first crack in this perfect day.
You know, a knock at the door could be anything. But these little disturbances, they're just the beginning. Pretty soon they start to escalate into something you just can't ignore. Something that feels intentional, like a message. This is the rabbit's warning. So the tension here just builds and builds, almost like it's planned. First, you have that knock at 7 a.m. Then, an hour later, she's in the garden and finds these weird, deep claw marks in the dirt. And then, right in the middle of brunch, a mysterious gift shows up. Every single event is like another piece of this really, really unsettling puzzle.
Let's talk about that gift. So the kids are out hunting for Easter eggs, having a great time, and then they find it. This small package just resting on a hedge. It's wrapped in plain brown paper, no name, no note, nothing to explain where it came from.
In this, right here, this is a real turning point, because inside is this tiny porcelain rabbit. But its eyes, they're painted red, and it feels like they are staring straight at her. This is not some cute little Easter decoration. No way. This feels personal. It feels wrong.
So that makes you wonder, right? It makes Amelia and us ask a really important question. Is this a gift, or is it something much more sinister, a threat?
Well, it doesn't take long to get an answer to that question, because whatever's going on here, it's not trying to hide anymore. Now there is something in the yard.
The presence, it moves inside the house. A family photograph on the mantelpiece is suddenly turned to face the wall. Whispers, all distorted, seem to be drifting down the hallway calling Amelia's name. Even the shadows seem wrong, stretching way too long across the floors. And then you hear it, faint footsteps in empty rooms. I mean, these are all the classic signs of a haunting, right? The kind of ghost story stuff we all know. But the thing is, this is all happening in broad daylight.
So all of this, it's clearly building to something. Whatever is in that house, whatever is behind all this, it's just waiting.
And then she sees it, standing right at the edge of the yard. It's a tall figure with no features you can make out. It doesn't blink, it doesn't move, it simply waits. That vague dread that Amelia's been feeling all day, well, now it has a shape, and it is terrifying. So, the big question is, what happens when the waiting is finally over? We're about to find out. This is the climax of the story, A Voice from Below.
Those whispers she's been hearing, they're pulling her, drawing her in, and Amelia finally decides to confront whatever this is. She heads for the one place in the house she has always avoided, the basement.
And down there, in the dark, it all comes together. That little porcelain rabbit, it's floating in midair, and its red eyes are actually glowing now. And the whispers, they stop being just whispers. They come together to form a single, clear, and really sorrowful voice. And hearing that voice, it unlocks a memory, a traumatic memory that Amelia had buried deep, deep down.
And what does the voice say? It's not a threat. It's not some kind of curse. It's a plea, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. It says, Amelia, forgive me, forgive us.
And this is the final piece of the puzzle.
and it is just devastating. That voice? It's her grandmother. She died, tragically, years and years ago on Easter Sunday. And when she died, she was holding a porcelain rabbit, just like the one Amelia found. So you see, this haunting, it's not random at all. It's unresolved grief, finally being given a voice.
Wow. So after a confrontation like that, where does that leave Amelia? Where does it leave her family? Let's look at the aftermath in our final section, Easter's lasting shadow.
The next morning, the house is quiet again. The presence, whatever it was, is gone. And that porcelain rabbit? It's just lying on the floor, looking completely innocent. Just an object again. Which makes you wonder, doesn't it? Was any of that real? Was it a genuine haunting? Or was it more like a night terror? Something created from her own grief?
But for Amelia, there's no question. The answer is crystal clear. The story ends with her realizing this one powerful thing. The past had a voice, and her house would forever remember the day it came alive. The haunting itself might be over, but its shadow, that's gonna linger forever.
And that leaves us with one last, really haunting question to think about. When grief becomes so powerful that it actually takes a physical form, when it shows up as a ghost, what are we really afraid of? Is it the past itself? Or is it the pieces of that past that we're still carrying around inside of us?